Your voice, your opinion, your community. Fact TV, free speech, protected.
I am so excited. It's Christmas time and my house is going to look so merry and bright. I have my tree all decorated and now all I have to do is plug it in. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh no. Now that is very disappointing. I was hoping it would be so merry and bright, but the lights didn't work. Oh, hello there. Welcome to Grandma Kitty's house, and I'm Grandma Kitty, of course. I was just getting my Christmas tree all set up and doing some decorating for the holidays. Oh, I just love the holidays, don't you? I mean, it's such a happy, jolly time. Everyone's so cheerful, and everything's decorated and festive. Do you like to go around and look at pretty Christmas lights? Oh, I love to go look at the pretty Christmas lights. I wish people would leave their houses decorated all year long. Yeah, I mean, Christmas is just such a merry, bright time of the year. Speaking of Christmas, I brought a Christmas story to read to you. I think you'll like this one. This one is cute. This one's about Dasher. It says, Dasher Can't Wait for Christmas. And this was written by Matthew Tavares, and this is a cute book. I think you'll really enjoy it. Shall we read that together? Dasher lives with her family at the North Pole. She spends her days playing happily with the other reindeer, and in the evenings before bedtime, they all practice flying under the glow of the North Star. Remember, Mama often says, if you ever get lost, just look for the North Star. You can always find your way back home. Mama, Dasher asked one night, how many sleeps till Christmas Eve? 12, said Mama. Every night we're one night closer. 12 sleeps, said Dasher? That's too many. Dasher loves Christmas Eve. She loves hearing people sing Christmas carols. She loves seeing decorated trees through windows as she flies past. But her favorite thing of all is seeing the Christmas lights from high above. Soon, said Mama. I can't wait, said Dasher. With each passing evening, the waiting grew more unbearable. Late one night, when the wind was howling and whistling through the trees, and when Christmas Eve was only one sleep away, Dasher lay awake, too excited to close her eyes. What was that sound, she wondered? There it is again. It sounded like Christmas carols. She stood up. She looked back at her sleeping family. I'll be back before they even know I'm gone, she said to herself. She started running, and then she took to the sky. There she is, flying. Santa's reindeer can fly, huh? Dasher flew toward the music, but as the wind died down, the sound disappeared. I'll just go a little bit further, she said. Dasher kept flying. She was about to turn back when she noticed a bright, colorful glow on the horizon. Christmas lights. She flew faster. It was everything Dasher had been dreaming of all year long. See, it's a town all lit up with Christmas lights and a whole bunch of people singing Christmas carols. Dasher was having so much fun she barely noticed that it had started to snow. The sky was a blanket of white. I better get home, she thought. She looked all around for the North Star but couldn't find it anywhere. I'm pretty sure it's this way, she decided, and she started flying. See, she can't find the star because it's snowing, huh? Dasher flew for a long time. She kept hoping she would remember the way, but nothing looked familiar. She was exhausted and hungry. Just as she was beginning to worry, Dasher spotted something bright in the distance. I wonder what it is. She flew toward the light. As she got closer, she saw that it was a beautiful Christmas tree in the front yard of a little house. I'll just rest my eyes for a minute, she thought. When Dasher opened her eyes, she felt blinded by the brightness. Snow still filled the sky, but now it was daytime. Suddenly, Dasher was startled by a voice. Good morning, said the voice. There was a small child standing next to her, all bundled up for the storm. Are you one of Santa's reindeer? The child asked. At first, Dasher was not sure she should answer, but then she thought about all the children she had known and how they had always been so kind to her. Dasher nodded. Are you lost? Asked the child. Dasher nodded again. Are you hungry? Dasher's stomach grumbled. Do you like carrots? Asked the child. Dasher stood up. I'll be right back. Dasher devoured a big bowl full of carrots. Then she noticed that the child was holding out a small circular object. You live at the North Pole, right? Asked the child. Dasher nodded. Okay, this is a compass, said the child. See that little red thing? It always points north. So if you fly that way and just keep going, you'll find your home. Thank you, said Dasher. The child's eyes widened. You're welcome, said the child. And here, you can keep the compass. I think you need it more than I do. Tonight is Christmas Eve. You've got to get home. Dasher headed north, but then turned back. What's your name? She asked. The child smiled. I'm Charlie. What's your name? I'm Dasher. It was really nice to meet you, Charlie. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Dasher, said Charlie. And then Dasher took to the sky. She's got to get home, huh? Dasher flew as fast as she could, checking the compass every so often. Finally, the snowflakes stopped falling, the clouds parted, and there it was, the North Star. When Dasher arrived at the North Pole, she saw that Santa's sleigh was nearly all packed and ready. Dasher, said Mama, where on earth have you been? I'm sorry, Mama, said Dasher. I just couldn't wait. Hello there, Dasher, said Santa. Have a bit of an adventure? Yes, Santa, said Dasher, and I know it's last minute, but I have a favor to ask. Ah, said Santa, sounds serious. Let's go to the workshop. You can have some carrots and tell me all about it. That night, Dasher helped guide Santa's sleigh from rooftop to rooftop, delivering toys to children all over the world. When Santa's sleigh landed on the rooftop of a little house with a Christmas tree in the front yard, Dasher felt more excited than ever. Is this the one, Dasher? Asked Santa. This is it, said Dasher. Santa, could I see it one more time? Santa pulled out a soft velvet bag that fit perfectly in the palm of his hand. Dasher gave it a little nuzzle. She looked at Santa and nodded, and with that, he disappeared down the chimney. By the time they returned to the North Pole, Dasher was exhausted. She cozied up next to Mama. She wondered if Charlie was opening Christmas presents right that very minute. I have so much to tell you, Mama, said Dasher. Tomorrow, little one, said Mama. Okay, said Dasher, but Mama, how many sleeps until next Christmas? Mama laughed. Merry Christmas, Dasher, she said. Merry Christmas, Mama, said Dasher, and she fell asleep under the glow of the North Star. And this is what they gave him. They gave him back the compass, and they put a note in there. Charlie, thank you for your kindness. Your friends Dasher and Santa. Oh, wasn't that a cute story? I like that one. Also, since it's Christmas time, I've been listening to a lot of Christmas songs, and I keep hearing the one that's about a white Christmas. Yeah, and that one says, may your days be merry and bright. Yeah, so I think that we should talk about this because Christmas is such a merry and bright time of the year. And since I like history, I thought I would tell you a little bit about this song. It's called White Christmas, and it was written by a man named Irving Berlin, and that was not his real name. His real name was Israel Berlin. And you know what he used to do? He was a singing waiter from New York. But he had moved to sunny California. And so when he wrote this song, he was missing those white Christmases he had known when he lived in New York. Now here's the amazing thing about Irving Berlin. He couldn't read or write music. No. What's that? How did he write a song if he couldn't read or write music? Well, that's a very good question. He hummed it. Yeah, see, he had a musical secretary, and he would hum the tune and write the words, and the musical secretary would put it to music. Yeah, so I think that's one of those you can do anything stories, isn't it? Yes, because he couldn't read or write music, but you know what he did? He wrote the best-selling Christmas song of all time. And not just the best-selling Christmas song, but Guinness World Record said it's the best-selling single of all time. Isn't that amazing? From a man who couldn't even read or write music. That is amazing, huh? So, and I heard he also wrote God Bless America, so he was a very creative man. So Bing Crosby was the original singer of this song, and he, you know how many songs? It's been recorded in 500 different versions since he originally did it, but it first aired on his radio show, and back then radio shows, he would do a live show, and it was right after the bombing of Pearl Harbor. Yeah, so it was the Christmas Eve radio show in 1941. And then in May of 1942, they decided to record it on tape. See, back then they didn't have CDs and YouTube and TikTok and all that kind of stuff that we have. They actually had to record it on a tape. And this tape, they played it so many times it got worn out. And he had to record it again 5 years later in 1947. Yeah, I mean, we don't use tapes anymore. But have you ever heard of a tape getting worn out? No. I'll tell you, when my daughter was little, I bought her a cassette player for Christmas. And not only did she wear her cassettes out, she wore the whole cassette player out because she played it so much. But do you know how many copies of White Christmas have sold? 50 million. That's a big number, isn't it? I don't think Grandma Kitty could count to 50 million. What's that? You want to try to count to 50 million? You think you could do it? I don't think I could do it. But, I mean, you can try, but why don't you wait until after the show? I don't want you to miss anything. So, now here's another thing. Bing Crosby was not his real name either. He was born Harry Lillis Crosby Jr. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe you change your name when you get famous. Or I don't know. If my name was Harry Lillis, I might have changed it too. Oh, okay, well, let's talk about merry and bright. So let's start with Mary. Do you know what merry means? What's that? You think it means happy? That's very good. That's a good word for merry, yeah. And you think it means jolly, like jolly old St. Nicholas was a merry old soul? Yeah, that's good too, yeah. So the difference between happy and merry is that happy is an emotional state. It describes a feeling, like when you're feeling happy, yeah. And like we say things like happy birthday, happy Thanksgiving, happy New Year, because that's when we're feeling really good. But merry describes more of a behavior. It's being fun and festive, yeah. I mean, you have parties and celebrations, and when you do, you're feeling merry and fun. And merry can be kind of playful and cheerful. Have you ever heard the saying, eat, drink, and be merry? Yeah, well, that's where merry can sometimes get you into trouble, yeah, because sometimes people drink too much, if you get what I mean, and they get a little too merry, and then they're intoxicated and rude, yeah. So, Queen Elizabeth, she decided that she didn't like Mary because, she associated with the bad side of Mary. So she they didn't say Merry Christmas. The royal family chooses to say Happy Christmas, yeah. Have you ever read the story The Night Before Christmas? If you look at the very last page, what does Santa say as he drives out of sight? Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night. And I always wondered why it said Happy Christmas, but now I think maybe it was written by somebody from England or who had a British background. Yeah. So, all right, so let's talk about bright now. So bright, I like things that are bright, don't you? Yeah. So what are some things that are bright? Christmas lights, that's right, yeah, except Grandma Kitty's Christmas lights aren't too bright. No. But bright means to reflect and to show light. And so I like to go take a ride and check out some Christmas lights. Yeah, so bright means to give out light or to reflect light, and it can also mean clever and smart. So makes me want to be bright. Doesn't it make you want to be bright? Yeah, it's kind of like the opposite of dark and dull. Yeah. So some things that are bright are like the stars. I've got some stars here. You like the stars? There was a bright star in the first Christmas story, right? That's what the wise men followed to find Jesus. How about angels? Angels, some people put angels on top of their Christmas tree, and they are bright and shiny too. And there was an angel in the first Christmas story, right? Lots of angels. And then what was Bing Crosby singing about? He wanted a white Christmas, and snowflakes, those are bright and glittery too, huh? Yeah, so there are a lot of things around Christmas time that are bright. How about like a bright, warm fire in the fireplace where you hang the stockings, right? Yeah, so there's a lot of things around Christmas time that are merry and bright. Oh, I just wish we could be merry and bright all year long, don't you? And not just at Christmas time, no. So I think that Grandma Kitty has yacked long enough. Now, I was going to bring a Christmas song since, it's Christmas time, but I decided I'd bring one of my happy songs again since we're talking about being merry, yeah, and Do you know which song I brought? Yeah, oh, Happy Day. Yes, that's a good song because Christmas is a happy day, isn't it? Yeah. What's that? You think Christmas is the happiest day of the year? Well, I think there are a lot of people that would agree with you there. Yes, yeah. So now remember that our hearts were made to beat and they just love it when we get up and move around and move and groove. So hop up off that couch and join me and let's be happy together. All right, let's see what we can find here. All right. Come on. Oh, here we go.
Happy day. Oh, 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 happy day. When Jesus born. 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 When Jesus born.
All right, how did you do? Did you get up and move and groove and get some exercise? Oh, it just makes our hearts so happy when we get up and move and groove. Okay, so let's check our bee basket here. So remember that our bee bag are the things we want to be. Oh, this is a very interesting bee. Now, I bet you thought it was going to say be merry or be bright or something, but look, it says be sparkly. Yes, and sparkly is kind of like merry and bright, isn't it? Yeah. So sparkly means to shine with glittering flashes of light. So it sounds a lot like bright, huh? Yeah. So sparky can also mean lively and animated. Now, I have a sparkly basket here and has some words that describe sparkly. So let's check it out and see. Oh, energetic. Yeah, sparkly can be energetic. That means that you have a lot of energy and you like to get up and move around and get some exercise. You like to go places and do things and instead of sitting around on the couch watching TV or playing on your cell phone. Yeah. So energetic is good. And sparkly can mean interesting. Oh, I like interesting. Don't you like to talk to interesting people? Oh, it's just so interesting to listen to them. You know, they might be people that have gone places and done things, so they have a lot to talk about. But yeah, it's really fun to talk to interesting people. Oh, I like this one. Exciting. Yeah, so I like to be excited, don't you? Don't you feel excited on Christmas morning? Yes, it's one of the most exciting days of the year. The only other day might be your birthday or like maybe when you're going on vacation, but exciting is a very good feeling, isn't it? Yes, exciting people are fun to be around. Ooh, this is a big word. Vivacious. How about that word? That is a big word. But vivacious people, oh, they're lively or spirited, and they can be active and merry. Let's see what else. Oh, enthusiastic. I like enthusiastic people, don't you? Yeah, these are all very good words. I mean, these are words that make you feel alive, huh? Yeah, but people who are enthusiastic, well, they're all the above. They're energetic, they're interesting, they're exciting, and then vivacious, they are go-getters. They're the ones that get things done. Yeah, so, oh, let's see, we got a few more in here. So a sparkly person might be lively. Oh, I like this one. A sparkly person might be sweet. A sparkly person might be intelligent. Oh, they might be beautiful. Or a sparkly person might be charming. Oh, I like these words. This makes me want to be sparkly, huh? How about you? Don't you think you want to be sparkly? Did you know that people who sparkle, they're also kind and compassionate, and they have a twinkle in their eye. Yeah, they do. You can tell that they're just sparkly and alive and lively. Do you know what sparkles? Diamonds. Have you ever seen a diamond? Oh, diamonds sparkle. I just love diamonds. They're beautiful. People just love diamonds, don't they? And did you know that people are attracted to sparkly things? And that's why they like diamonds. Yeah. So if we're sparkly, well, maybe that means people will be attracted to us, right? They'll want to be around us and be our friend. Yeah. So I have a little game here. This is kind of interesting. This is a little game of opposites. So I'm going to tell you a word that might describe sparkly, and then I'll tell you what the opposite is. So we have glimmer. Yeah, glimmer is a nice word. Do you know what the opposite of glimmer is? Dull. Dull's not a very pretty word, is it? How about gleam? Do you know what the opposite of gleam is? Dull. Oh my goodness. And then I have glow. Yeah, like a fire glows. Sparkly people glow. Do you know what the opposite of that is? Dark or dull. Are you seeing a pattern here? Oh, how about radiant? Oh, do you know what the opposite of radiant is? Dark or dull. Oh, I'm seeing a pattern here. Brilliant, yes. Do you know what the opposite of brilliant is? Dark or dull. Oh my goodness. How about dazzling? Do you know what the opposite of dazzling? I wouldn't mind being dazzling. How about you? But the opposite is dark or dull. Oh my goodness. I'm thinking more and more that I'd like to be a sparkly kind of person. Now, this could also describe a sparkly person: vigorous, healthy, or strong. And the opposite would be like dull or weak. How about spirited? The opposite would be dull or weak. Animated, the opposite would be lifeless or lazy. And spunky, and the opposite would be lifeless or tired. Oh my goodness, did you see a pattern? It sounds like if you aren't sparkly, then you're kind of dark and dull, or lifeless and weak. Oh, and who wants to be any of those? I think we need to try to be sparkly, right? Oh, I have a sign here. My coworker has a sign like this hanging over her desk. I made this one, but it says, "Don't let anyone dull your sparkle." Oh, I like that. Don't you like that? I mean, no matter what happens in life, you need to keep that smile on your face. You need to stay sparkly, and you need to choose to be energetic and interesting and exciting and vivacious. And just don't let that sparkle go out of your eye, because you don't want to be dark or dull or weak or lifeless. You need to keep yourself active and stay plugged into those things that make you merry and bright. Wait a minute, stay plugged in. I think that's it. I think that Grandma Kitty forgot there's 2 ends to an extension cord. You hold on just a second here. Oh, let's see what we've got here. Oh, look at that. Oh, my tree is merry and bright here. Oh, my tree is working now. I'm so excited. Yeah, so silly Grandma Kitty forgot that there's 2 ends to an extension cord. She's getting to be such a forgetful old lady. But, you know, I think my tree looks better now that it's merry and bright. Yeah, it makes me smile. And I just hope that you stay merry and bright and sparkly, and not just for the Christmas season, but all year long. Yeah, so remember, don't let anyone ever dull your sparkle. Yeah, just stay merry and bright all the time. So I just hope you have a wonderful Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone. You have a wonderful holiday. You stay healthy, safe, and happy. And Grandma Kitty will see you next year. Bye-bye.